with the injuries you have in the offensive line, what starters will you expect to hold out of practice today or won't be able to go?
Yeah, working through different things. Connor Williams obviously won't practice today. Zach's working through some things, so we'll see. LC's working through some things, we'll see. And then the same thing with Tyron. So those guys have been battling through some stuff for the last few weeks. So we'll work them hopefully in practice over the course of the week and hopefully get them ready to play in the game.
How's that work with so many guys injured on the offensive line, getting yourselves ready for Detroit?
Yeah, you just work your way through it. We've had injuries in the past at different positions, and it gives backup players an opportunity to get some work. Obviously, the work you do in walkthroughs is critical to make sure they get the mental reps, and you try your best as the week goes on to get them as much work as you can.
Will Cooper be limited today, and is that managed him at all?
Yeah, don't anticipate Coop doing a whole lot today. Again, we'll see how he does over the course of the week.
And again, that's more just managing the number of lower body injuries he's had, not any one in particular on why.
He's been dealing with a few different things, yeah.
Jason, I know you put emphasis on getting off to a faster start, but how do you coach it? Like, what action do you take into trying to get this team to start off faster offense?
Yeah, again, it comes down to just really executing plays, offense, defense, kicking game. And you have to have your mind right, your spirit right, and then you have to go transfer that into how you play. And I think in each of the games, we've done a pretty good job in different spots, and we haven't converted a third down. We haven't made a play here or there. And, again, I think our team has done a good job continuing to play. It's a 60-minute game. Understanding you play through the successes and the adversity of the game, that's just a big part of how you play well at this level. So we certainly want to play better at the start of the game. We'll keep working on doing that.
What are the challenges for the defensive staff when they're unsure whether Stafford is going to play? And if Driscoll plays, do you go back and look at Cincinnati?
Yeah, really just that. Obviously, Driscoll played in the game the other day, so you watch that tape and you study that and you try to get a good feel for him based on watching his history. Obviously, Stafford's played a lot of football for them, a lot of football this year, so we can look at that tape and see how they're different, see how they're the same. Both guys are really, really talented, great athletes, can really throw it. Obviously, Stafford's a really, really accomplished player in this league, a veteran player. Driscoll hasn't played as much, but both very, very capable guys.
In the first quarter, Dalvin Cook had a 30-yard gain on the screen play. The defense had 10 players on the field for that play. How did that come to be?
Yeah, didn't do a good enough job, getting our communication right to have 11 out there. Obviously, you want to have 11, and we didn't handle that situation well enough.
Why did you call timeout?
Leighton appeared to see that pre-snap and kind of signal to the sideline that we're missing an interior defensive lineman, yet no timeout was called. Why was no timeout?
Yeah, we just didn't. We weren't on top of it fast enough to see that and process the whole thing and get a call.
Is a coaching point there for Leighton to issue a timeout if he sees that sort of a thing, or is that a decision that would come from the sidelines?
Typically, it comes from the sidelines. In certain situations, players have taken timeouts.
Galladay has averaged over 19 yards per catch in the last 3 games, makes a lot of contested catches downfield. What makes him so effective on routes?
He's just a really good player. You said it. Makes a lot of plays down the field. He's big, he's athletic, he's talented, very good going up and getting the football. Quarterbacks like throwing to him. He's made a lot of plays for him.
Do you consider yourself a good game manager?
Again, that's something we strive to, as players and coaches, and certainly in my role, absolutely. You always try to learn from your experiences and do it really at a high level. Have we been perfect every time? No. Are we constantly trying to get better at it? Absolutely.
On that Tavon Austin situation, did you feel like you guys mismanaged not personally communicating, you yourself, with him on that play? Because as we talked to a few folks, it sounds like Keith O'Quinn didn't give Tavon Austin that option. It was, in fact, fair catch.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into the Minnesota game. I'll address this situation. We should have done a better job communicating with him. In that situation, you want to err on the side of fair catch because you don't want to spend a lot of time, pulling time off the clock by having a return that gets you 5 or 6 yards. So you want to go in with the mindset of let's fair catch this thing around midfield and give ourselves a chance. Okay, the discussion should have been more complete in saying if you get in a situation where you do have a low kick and you can go north and south quickly and gain yardage, do that. We didn't communicate well enough with the player. Okay, Okay, that's on all of us. It's on me. It's on Keith. It's on every coach, every player involved in that situation. We didn't do a good enough job.
Have you talked to Tavon Austin personally after all of that?
Absolutely.
And how did that conversation go?
Yeah, he understood who should fair catch in that situation.
Did you guys communicate that you perhaps didn't communicate well with him?
Yeah, I communicated that with him very directly.
Give a clearer timetable for Connor after his surgery?
Not really. We'll see. They're optimistic. It went well. Hopefully he'll be back in a couple weeks. Don't want to put any firm timetable on it, but he's a young guy. Hopefully he heals up and gets ready to go. He's done a good job for us all year long.
How did Suafilo do for you last year when he stepped in, and now again where he is in your
Yeah,
confidence?
Xavier did a really good job for us last year. You know, to lose a starting offensive lineman like we did, and then be able to plug a backup in and have that kind of performance was really important for us. He's a very physical player, and he's a very competitive player, and I think that showed up in the time he had a chance to play for us. And lucky to have him, lucky to be able to plug him in. A veteran guy who's had so much success, really well respected on our team.
Jason, obviously you're focused on Detroit, but can you remark maybe generally on the Colin Kaepernick workout and maybe the Cowboys' interest level there?
Not really. I'm not really in tune to that situation very much. We have personnel people who evaluate all guys who have an opportunity to hopefully help our team.
The team will have someone at his workout?
I don't know that.
Dak has more 20-plus pass plays this year than he had all of last season already. What do you put that on? A more aggressive mindset offensively, or his improvement in getting the ball down the field?
Probably hard to pinpoint one thing, one factor in that regard. There's no question he continues to get better and better as a player. I think we've done a good job, at the receiver position, getting down the field, at the tight end position, getting down the field and making some plays. I think he's playing with conviction and confidence. We're calling some of these things, trying to give those guys opportunities to win down the field. Protection has been really good, allowing those guys to let those routes develop down the field and for Dak to see them. And, so I think all of that contributes to it. And those big plays matter. And he's done a good job really consistently throughout the season making them.
Thank you, Coach.
Right.
I apologize, but I have to ask this question. Do you know anything about the controversy on the halftime ceremony involving the Salvation Army Thanksgiving Day game?
I do not. Thanks.